Alright, hold up. Try to get into the sound a little bit more. There, oh, that's dope. Alright, what's up, everybody? I'm here with a radio host. She's enthusiastic. She's good at interviewing people. She even interviewed a couple of my peeps who were at the skill shop, Mr. Haru and his wife, Bay. So what's going on is we're interviewing Miss Sonia Jones. She's going to tell you about the type of things that she gets into. She's very active in the community. I met her at a social event with Mr. Charles Roberts, and the rest was history. So, ma'am, what is your name?
Sonia Jones.
Okay, and what is it that you do?
Oh my gosh, I do a lot of things. Community activist. Oh my gosh, I host Philly Hot Radio. I'm Philly Finest. CEO of One Mic, One Voice is a nonprofit based in Wilmington, Delaware. Basically, I host events for seniors, community outreach, food program for Philadelphia and the community, and I have a lot of things I do. I am a part of an organization, a local organization that grassroots organization that is out here getting some positive things done within your community.
Okay. All right, that's what's up. Of course, communication is key. And you basically have the ear to everybody when you're able to communicate with them. What's some things that you look for in an interview? What do you want to get out of one when you interview someone?
Positive feedback, something that others can relate to, others can grow from, others can learn. I try to get people to come on the show that, to inform others. I always hear a lot that I didn't know that was around. I didn't know that existed. And like you said, I've had some of your people come on my show that I didn't even know. Some authors that came in town promoting new books and everything, their products, to artists, to rappers, to politicals, to even journalists. This is very interesting.
Okay. All right. As we all know, communication is key and everything like that. What time does your radio show come on, and how can people tune in?
I go on every Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. You can hit me up at phillyhotradio.com. You can email me if you want to come on at sony1phillyhotradio@gmail.com. H-O-T-T. Everyone always associates the hot with just that one T. We're locally two T's. Say, you want to come on, you want some sponsorships, you want to advertise, hit me up.
Okay. Now, of course, when you're interviewing, topics are key. And of course, there are some topics that you heard, and there are probably some that you get a whole bunch of. What's a topic that's like rare, something that people hardly talk about on the show that needs to be talked about, or that people can benefit from?
We just talked about domestic violence last Thursday. Actually, it was interesting. It was at a back-to-back. I had an organization from Philadelphia come on and talk about their organization that provides assistance with not just women and youth, but men as well. And then I had a gentleman come on from the mosque, from the nation, 35, and they came on and discussed domestic violence, the men perspective. And what we find interesting is that when you think of domestic, not necessarily true, men experience it as well. The thing is, they're not open about it. It's like an ego macho thing. You don't want people to think, oh my gosh, I've been abused, because then I come across like I'm not a man. And that's not true. It's not a physical thing as much. It's a mental thing. Men experience it just as well as women do. It's just not as open and as spoken about as much. So we had the men come on just to lay the groundwork about it. And it was very interesting to hear that from some men that, out there trying to reach our youth and let them know, hey, I understand where you're coming from, and here's a support group for you.
Do you think people going to therapy? It's funny that you mentioned that, because I've been to a couple events where things like that happen. Charlemagne just talked about the different things that happened with film when he was little. I went to go see him. But in short, I guess the best way to say is, do you think therapy will start being a thing of the past? Before it used to be taboo. Do you think it'll be like a trend that people start to catch on to?
I think it's still taboo within our Black, brown community. We are embracing it slowly, but we need to start embracing it more. it's one of those, whatever goes on in my household stays in my household. We don't want people to know our business, but as time has evolved, we are opening up a little bit more. We're more able to, or more passionate about well, I don't want to say exposing, but just opening up about some of the issues and problems that they have dealt with and are dealing with. So I'm hoping that therapy is or will become the norm within the Black brown community, because we need that. We need an outlet. We need people to talk to. And I get it. I do. I get it. I got it. That, hey, how can these people help me with my issues, with my problems? They obtained a degree. You got to remember, some of these people not just obtained a degree. Some of these people actually experienced what you're going through.
Right. Okay. So you're involved with doing activism and things like that. And some things turn out better than what you expected, and then sometimes things don't turn out as much as you expected. Regarding being results-driven and goal-oriented, what are some things that people can do regarding like activism, being involved in the community, that can actually beef things up where people can benefit? So the key word right there is benefit. What can people do to benefit people in the community?
I remember when Delaware, we did the lie down for Marcus Garvey. And basically what it was is because when Marcus Garvey had died, he had laid on the ground cold for a lengthy period of time before his body was actually removed. So what we did was we just did a reenactment. We had the community, those that participated, come out, and we literally shut down parts of Wilmington, laid on the ground for about 5 minutes just to get a feel of what a cold body or what somebody would have gone through laying on there. And during that time, there was a gentleman that said that, we were wasting our time, that just protesting doesn't work, you don't get anything out of it. And how ironic that 2018, someone would say that, even though this happened a few years ago, but in 2018, people are still saying the same thing. And you got to remember, our first protest in March was going to slavery. The first person that said enough was enough, and I want it better and more, not just for me, but for those in 2018, took the step. That was their first protest when they ran from their slave master. So had they not ran from their slave master, that was the initial protest. Whether you believe it or not, that was a protest. That was a form of defiance. Hey, I don't like what you treat me. But you get a lot of benefits when we come together. If you look at third world countries, when they don't like something, they come out in the masses. And it's from those masses that things have changed.
Yeah, they'll play around. They come out with torches.
We don't do that. We come out, we put some foot around, we bring our little picket signs, we march for about 5 minutes, we get our 15 minutes of fame, and that's it. And we go back home. When we did the 20th Million Man reunion in Wilmington, I took part in that. I took part in that, and they gave us a little, an award ceremony for that. And it was there that Louis Farrakhan said that once we are done here, we're not to go home and do the same thing that we did before. We're to go back and do better. But some of us tend to do what we've been used to or accustomed to, which is waiting on others to do something for us when you need to start doing stuff for yourself. That's a form of a protest. When these elected officials get into office, I'm adamant about coming out voting, and I'm adamant for telling you that you need to knock on these people's doors, because you got to remember, we are their bosses. They are an elected official. They didn't fill out an application. They're an elected official. They work for us.
Right.
They go out and say, hey, the community, which is us, wants this. And if we say no or yes, but we don't see it that way. So there's a lot of positive things that we can do from a point of a protest. You just have to focus on the outcome, not going in. What do you want long term from that, and how are you going to go about getting that? One is staying on these people's behind, letting them know, yo, you work for me. I don't work for you. You do the job for me.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely like that. A word that comes to mind, let me speak into the mic. A word that comes to mind is gall and fuel. All right, bam, the news has an issue, so-and-so, this, that, happened to so-and-so, this, that, and the third. All right, bam, we come out, People forget about the issue because it gets replaced with the next big thing. How do we keep the same fuel as we did when the first issue just came out?
It's kind of hard because, like I said, some of us are in it for the long haul, and then it's like that 5 minutes. It's like a microwave. You put the food in, and you're waiting for it to instantly happen. And if it doesn't, then, once it happens, it's like, oh, I'm out. No one wants to really stick around for the long haul, and that's the thing. How do you get us out to stick around for the long haul? And it only works when it matters to that person who is pushing for something. If it's not that person that's pushing for something, and it's like, hey, holler at me, when we get the results in, and I'll be rooting for you. But we need to be doing better. We have to do better. We have to unify and come together and say, hey, I'm in it for the long haul. It's not about a selfish move. I'm in it to help, because what happens is when you finish it, you don't have to go back and repeat it over again. This is what all these protests and marches are for, because you keep repeating yourself. Do it one time, get it over with, knock it out the box, move on.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that. Okay. Well, going into the future in 2019, what are some things that you see yourself achieving in pristine 2019?
Well, I did a post. I said in I divorced 2017. I became and dated 2018. 2019, I'm going to be engaged. In 2020, I'm going to be married. So what that meant was 2017 taught me a very valuable lesson that I had to let it go, move forward. Tackle 2018, I liked it moving forward. I'm going to make 2019 the best. I am partnering up with Comcast to do a Philly Hott Radio live, which will be audio and visual through Comcast, streaming through Newcastle County, Delaware County, and Philadelphia in 2019. We are working on television and a slew of other things. So by 2020, it's just going to be amazing. It's amazing. That's the marital part comes in it. Like, I can sit back and just embrace everything I had to go through in an actual marriage, but it will take place in the form of my career.
Well, that's what's up. Now, regarding that, we have your name, Sonya Jones. How can people find you on social media or anything like that? Or the radio station?
For the radio, anything Philly. Well, Instagram is Philly Finest _ Philly Hott Radio. For the same, for Facebook, it'll be Philly Finest Philly Hott Radio. For me, if you're trying to reach me on Instagram, it's Bubbling Brown Sugar _1. For Facebook, it's Sonya Jones. It's SO_NYA. And for LinkedIn, it's Sonya Jones.
All right, no doubt. So yeah, that was cool. Before we sign off, is there anything that you want to say to the people at home and the people in the back?
You know what? I've been knowing this man for many years, and moving forward, I have found out Facebook has been informing me of some stuff. So in 2013, I had been doing the Stay Focused, and I rocked it up until now. So now my signature is to stay focused, and I always do a Facebook Live telling people why you should stay focused. It's easy to be distracted when you're focused on your A game, when you focus on some of the things that matter to you, when you're focused trying to grow, when you're focused on expanding your business. When you're focused, you tend not to be distracted by the things around you, which means doors open for you, your growth comes. So I advise people to basically just to stay focused. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, just stay focused on that. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about the negative responses. Everything that God has for you, it's going to come to you. Doors are going to open. People are going to want to pour to you. It's going to be like that lady that had with the issues, and she just couldn't wait to hold on to Jesus, and she grabbed the hem. Now, I don't think people understand what the hem is. The hem is touching the very bottom of the ground. She crawled to the very bottom of Jesus' helmet, just to touch it, just to say, I have that much faith in that helmet. Because that was about as close as you was going to get to him. If you can have that much faith in you and not worry about other people, I'm telling other people going to start having faith in you.
Well, that's what's up. Encouraging message from Miss Sonia Jones. Everybody tune into a radio station. Keep it abreast. Yep. Keep abreast to her Instagram lives and everything like that. Stay motivated. We only have approximately 49 days left in the year, so make sure that you make successful and prosperous. We're going to do a nice little photo shoot, then we're going to pass it out. We made history today, y'all. Make sure y'all share these videos. I'm not playing with y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great one.